Hi there, these comments are for SH, and I am Michael, the founder, owner, and the materials writer of OTC, OnlineTOEFLCourse.com, and you're doing my free TOEFL speaking evaluation, right? So you sent me a practice test yesterday, and I'm getting around to listening to it right now. So the question is, do you like studying alone or do you like studying in a group? And that's the paired choice response that you're answering right now. Let's go ahead and listen to your response to this topic. And what I'm going to do is that the first time I'll listen to the whole thing without making any comments. The second time I'll probably give you an estimated score and I'll look at the TOEFL rubrics to try to figure out where you are and why.
I feel that studying alone is more efficient to me. First of all, it helps me to be more efficient because I am studying alone without any interference. There's nobody to distract me. So I can follow my own schedule and my own study plan. Secondly, it helps me to save time. I remember when I was preparing for my chemistry test, I spent 3 hours to come up with a study guide. But if I would study in a group, it would take at least 7 hours. So to sum
Okay, so that gives you a pretty good idea. So the good thing is you actually have pretty good structure to your ideas, and with your second reason, you had a really good example in there to illustrate your point. So that's good. I think you're right around 3.0 out of 4, 23 points out of 30. It's getting a little crowded on my screen here, but I want to put I want to put the rubrics in here along with your audio file here so we can look at it. So the first thing that jumps out at me is your delivery. So I think you have here speech is generally clear, but problems with pacing are noticeable. So I think that you're speaking a little slowly and you're having too many pauses in there. So that's one thing. I think maybe some possible problems with language use also. And topic development is pretty good, except maybe with your first reason, you should have given a specific example to support that. But I think, what I'm looking at right now, I think you're right around 3. Let me make this, okay, here we go. Okay, so you're right around, I think, 3.0 out of 4. All right, let's listen to it again one more time. And I'll try to give you some feedback as I move through the response.
I feel that studying alone is more efficient to me.
You say, I feel, and to me, just say studying alone is more efficient because. State it like that. So I think
First of all,
by saying
it
I
helps me
feel and for me is a little bit redundant. So be careful you're not using a lot of unnecessary words in your response.
to be more efficient because I am studying alone without any interference. There's nobody to distract me.
So you said, I'm studying alone with no interference. There's nobody to distract me. You're using a little bit simplistic type sentence structure there. You might say, because I'm studying alone, there's no one to distract me. So using an adverb clause in there is going to show a little bit more advanced grammar knowledge.
So I can follow my own schedule and my own study plan. Secondly,
so then at that point, once you make that assertion, then I would give an example. Say, for example, when I was preparing for my biology test 2 months ago, I prepared and followed my own study plan without having to talk to anybody. It was a much more efficient way to prepare for that test.
It helps me to save time.
So instead of it, studying alone helps me to save more time. Many students, if I would get rid of one word during the speaking section, it might be the word it, because it can be unclear what you're talking about, and it's very simple in the grammar structure. So when you're moving to the second reason, don't use it there. Say something like studying alone is also more effective because. So in this case, I'm showing my knowledge of what's called a gerund phrase. And then say is also by saying also. I'm then connecting that back to what I've already said.
I remember when I was preparing for my chemistry test, I spent 3 hours to come up with a study guide. But if I would study in a group, it would take at least 7 hours.
Okay, now I think you're talking about something in the past. So instead of I would say if I had studied in a group, right, it would have taken me more than 7 hours. So in that case, I think you're a little bit limited in your grammar there. So you're trying to talk about what's called a past impossible situation. You used simple past tense verbs to do that, but I think the past perfect tense is the more appropriate verb tense to talk about past impossible situations. So I feel like you're a little bit limited in your grammar in that last part of your response.
So to sum,
Okay, so you didn't quite finish your response. So I think some problems with your delivery, you need to speed up your fluency a little bit more. You need to be able to speak faster and more words in there with fewer pauses and hesitations. You had some limitations with your language use, which is also, I think, causing some problems with your language use area. And then topic development, maybe you can support the first point with a more specific telling detail. All right, so I said 3. I'm going to revise it to say 2.5 to 3, so you're probably looking at approximately maybe 20 to 23 points out of 30 on this particular practice test. That would be my estimation. All right, and thank you for doing this. Now, probably you're not where you need to be right now with your speaking, am I right? Or you wouldn't have sent me this email in the first place. So if you look in the email, right below my name, I have some services. Check them out. I'm telling you, I can help you. I have over 800 TOEFL lessons to help you improve your academic English. What other website on the internet can say that? 800. That's about 6 months of intensive English instruction. So right below my name, I have TOEFL private lessons that you can learn about. I have my TOEFL speaking and writing feedback service you can take a look at. And I even have TOEFL courses, online TOEFL courses to help you. And guess what? We don't have to talk in person, so it's a lot safer during the pandemic. Am I right? Now, I'm not going to get the coronavirus from you. You're not going to get it from me. And we can safely deliver our instruction. And I'm telling you, even if you had TOEFL instruction in a physical setting, I really doubt it would be as effective as the kind of feedback I can provide you during my courses. And my courses are not very expensive. All right, thank you very much. I hope that you will consider to maybe using my services in the future. And for more information, you can go to bettertoeflscores.com.